Hello students, today we are going to discuss another important chapter, point of NEET examination, that is atomic structure. So in the atomic structure, we are discussing two lectures, that is in the lecture 1 we are discussing up to emission spectrum of hydrogen. The second part, the second part 2 lecture, the remaining portion will be discussed. So this Dalton's atomic theory, it was experimentally based concept. So according to this Dalton's atomic theory, all elements are composed of individual tiny particles called atoms. And atoms of the same element are identical, and atoms of any one element are different from those of any other element. Atoms of different elements combines in simple pole number ratio to form chemical compounds. In a chemical reactions, atoms are combined, separated or rearranged but never changed into atoms of another element. Now, this John Dalton coined the term atom. The atom is a fundamental particle of an element which can take part in chemical reactions and considered to be indivisible. So in fact, the atom as a whole is electrically neutral because the number of protons and number of electrons will be the same, or you can say will be the equal. The electron, proton and neutron are the fundamental particles of an atom. The origin of cathode rays and its discovery of electron by J.J. Thomson. Cathode rays are first produced in cathode tube due to the bombardment of gas molecules by high-speed electrons emitted first from the cathode. The properties of cathode rays are: cathode rays, they are travel in a straight line with high speed. Cathode rays are made up of material particles. Cathode rays can carry negative charge. These negatively charged material particles contributing the cathode rays are called electrons. Cathode rays can produce heating effect. Cathode rays can cause ionization of the gas through which they pass. They produces green fluorescence on the glass walls of the discharge tube. They affect the photographic plate. Cathode rays possess penetrating effect. Cathode rays, the nature of the cathode rays, the nature does not depend upon the nature of the gas. For each cathode rays, the ratio of charge to the mass is constant, that is E by M is constant. Origin of anode or positive rays. In the discharge tube, the atoms of the gas lose negatively charged electrons. These atoms thus acquires a positive charge. The positively charged particle produced from hydrogen gas was called the proton. And properties of anode rays. Anode rays, they are also travels in a straight line. However, their speed is much less than that of the cathode rays. Anode rays are made up of material particles. Anode rays carries positively charged, hence they are called canal rays or anode rays. The nature of anode rays depends upon the gas taken in the discharge tube. For different gases, the charge to mass ratio of the positive particles constituting the positive rays is different. The properties of fundamental particles, that is electron, proton, neutron. The symbol of electron is small e, proton is small p, neutron is small n. The absolute charge of this electron is 1.6 minus 1.6022 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Relative charge is minus 1 mass in terms of kg, 9.0 10939 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg, and approximate mass is 0, it is negligible. Proton, small p, absolute charge is plus 1.6022 into 10 to the power minus 19. Relative charge is plus 1. Mass, that is 1.67262 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg, and mass, that is 1.00727 unified mass, and approximately mass, that is 1. Neutron, symbol is small n, absolute charge is 0, relative charge is 0, mass, that is 1.67493 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg, and mass, that is 1.00867 unified mass. The fundamental particle electron was discovered by Thomson, proton is discovered by Goldstein, and neutron is discovered by Chadwick. The next comes Thomson's atomic model. According to this Thomson's atomic model, the Thomson believed that the electrons were like plums embedded in a positively charged budding. Thus, it was called the plum budding model, or which is also known as watermelon model. But the theory fails. The theory fails to explain the stability of an atom. This is positive charge budding, electrons, that is negatively charged. The next comes the Rutherford atomic model. Based on the experiments, the Rutherford model has gave that the atom is mostly empty space. All the positive charge and almost all the mass is concentrated in a small area in the center. He called these positively charged particles as nucleus. The nucleus is composed of proton and neutron, and they makes the nucleus. The electron distributed around the nucleus and occupy most of the volume, and this model was called nuclear model. Now, the drawback of this theory, the theory fails to explain the stability of the atom. The theory fails to explain the loss of energy by the electrons is not continuous in an atom. Next comes atomic number, that is indicated by Z. Atomic number is nothing but the number of protons, or you can say the number of electrons in the neutral atom. The atomic number Z is equal to, you can say, number of protons in the nucleus of an atom, or the number of electrons in a neutral atom. Then comes mass number. The mass number is nothing but the total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom of an element, and is indicated or designated as capital A. So mass number capital A is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Thus, the number of neutrons in an atom is equal to the difference between the mass number and the atomic number. That is, number of neutrons is equal to the difference between the mass number and atomic number. So an element is represented by the X, and this is subscript and superscript by A and Z. A indicates the mass number and Z indicates the atomic number, where X indicates the symbol of the element. Then comes isotopes. Isotopes are the atoms of the same element which have the same atomic number but differ in their mass number are called isotopes. For example, C6 carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14 are the allotropic forms of carbon, and 12, 13, 14, these are the isotopes of carbon. And hydrogen, protium, deuterium, tritium, and chlorine 35 and 37. These are all examples of isotopes. And remember that isotopes of an element differ in the number of neutrons present in the nucleus, but they have the same number of protons and electrons. For example, if you take C6 is carbon, 6 and 12. 12, 6 indicates the number of protons and number of electrons. And carbon 6, 13. C13, that is 6 indicates the number of protons and electrons, and 13 minus 6, 7, that indicates the number of neutrons. So because of same number of electrons, they have same chemical properties and they have different number of neutrons, hence they will have different masses and hence they have different physical properties because of different in their number of neutrons. Isobars, the atoms of different elements which have the same mass number but differ in their atomic numbers are called isobars. For example, argon, potassium, calcium, having the same mass number but differ in their atomic number as 9, 18, 19, 20. So 18, 19, 20 is the atomic number. However, 40, 40, 40 is the mass number. So these isobars have same number of nucleons, but they have different, but they are differ in their chemically. This is because chemical characteristic depends upon the number of electrons, which is determined by the atomic number. The next comes isotopes. Isotopes are the atoms of different elements which have the same number of neutrons. For example, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. So carbon, nitrogen, oxygens, these atoms have these different elements have the same number of neutrons. 14 minus 6, that is 8. 15 minus 7, that is 8. 18 minus 16 minus 8, that is 8. So number of neutrons remains the same but differ in their atomic number. And remember that isotopes can show different physical and chemical properties. So discuss the numericals based on these concepts. The mass to the charge ratio for A is 1.97 into 10 to the power minus 17 kg per coulombs. Find the mass of A. As we know, the ratio of mass by the ratio is mass to the charge, that is E, is equal to 1.97 into 10 to the power minus 7 kg per coulombs. So cross multiplication, the discharge of an electron is multiplied with respect to 1.97. You'll get 1.97 into 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 26 kg. So that can be written, multiplication of these two can give 3.158 into 10 to the power minus 26 kg. The next one, calculate the number of electrons, protons, and neutrons in bromine. Bromine, whose atomic number is 35, mass number is 80. As we know, number of protons is equal to number of electrons. So number of protons is 35. So number of electrons is also 35. Then number of neutrons. Number of neutrons is nothing but A minus Z. So what is the A? Mass number. What is the mass number? 80. What is the atomic number? 35. So 80 minus 35 can give 45. So 45 is the number of neutrons. Number of neutrons. Next one, the number of electrons present and neutrons in a species are equal to 18, 16 and 16 respectively, assigned with proper symbol. So number of electrons, protons and neutrons 18, 16 and 16 respectively. So number of protons is 16, means atomic number is also 16. So number of protons is 16, number of neutrons is also 16. So 16 plus 16, that is 32. 32 will be the number of mass number. That is 32 will be the mass number and 16 will be the atomic number. Therefore, the symbol of species is sulfide, that is S2 minus. That is 18 minus 2, 16. So 2 electrons has been added to the sulfur atom. Next one, how many neutrons and protons are there in the following nuclei? Oxygen 613, that is oxygen, atomic number is 6, number of electrons is also 6, so atomic number is 6 means atomic number of protons is 6 means atomic number is 6. That is A minus Z, that is 13 minus 6, 7. Number of neutrons in the oxygen is 7. Similarly, in the oxygen 8, 16, that is 16. So number of protons is 8, means atomic number is 8. Number of electrons is also 8. Number of neutrons is 16 minus 8, that is 8 will be the number of neutrons in the second species. So the third species, so number of protons is 12, number of electrons is also 12. So mass number is nothing but 24 minus 12, that is 12 will be the number of neutrons. So in here 26 will be the number of protons, 26 will be the number of electrons. So 56 minus 26, 30 will be the number of neutrons. And here 38 will be the number of electrons and 38 will be the number of protons. And 88 minus 30, 50 will be the number of neutrons. Then next comes nature of light, that is electromagnetic radiation. So electromagnetic radiation do not need any medium for propagation. For example, visible light, ultraviolet light, infrared, X-rays, gamma rays, radio waves, radiant energy. These all does not require any medium for propagation. The two theories were proposed to explain the nature and the propagation of light. First one, corpuscular theory. This theory was proposed by Newton. According to this theory, light is propagated in the form of invisible small particles. That is, light has particle nature. Then second theory, that is wave theory of light, that is electromagnetic wave nature. And it was explained by James Clerk Maxwell in the year 1864 to explain and to understand the nature of electromagnetic radiations. Then what are the features of this theory? The features of this theory are the light is a form of electromagnetic radiations, that is both electrical and magnetic. The light radiate consists of electric and magnetic field associating perpendicular to each other. The radiations possess wave character and travel with the velocity of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Because of these characteristics, the radiations are called electromagnetic radiations or waves. And these radiations do not require any medium for propagation. Electromagnetic radiations is characterized by the following terms, such as wavelength. Wavelength is nothing but the distance between the two successive crests or trough, or can say between any two consecutive identical points in the same phase of a wave is called wavelength, and it is denoted by the letter lambda. The wavelength is measured in terms of meters, in terms of centimeters, angstrom, nanometer, picometer, and it is also in terms of millimicrons. The SI unit of wavelength is meter, and we know that 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 10 meter or 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. And 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power of minus 9 meter, or can say 10 to the power of minus 7 centimeter, or can say 10 angstrom. 1 picometer is equal to 10 to the power of minus 12 meter, or can say 10 to the power of minus 10 centimeter, or can say 10 to the power of minus 2 angstrom. The next term is frequency. The number of waves that passes through a given point in 1 second is called frequency of radiations. It is denoted by nu. The SI unit of frequency is per second or hertz. A cycle is said to be completed when a wave consisting of a crest and trough passes through a given point. The next term is velocity. The distance traveled by the wave in 1 second is called velocity or speed of the wave. So SI unit of meters per second. SI unit of velocity is meter per second, where C is the electromagnetic radiations in vacuum, a constant commonly called the speed of light and is denoted by C, and which is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Then the next term is wave number. Wave number is nothing but the number of waves that can be present at any time in unit length is called wave number and is denoted by nu. So this wave number is a reciprocal of wavelength. It is expressed as per centimeter or per meter. The SI unit of wave number is per meter. The wavelength, wave number, frequency and velocity is given by the relation that is velocity c is equal to nu into lambda. Then comes amplitude. The height of the crest or depth of the trough of the wave is called amplitude of the wave. It is denoted by capital A. The amplitude determines the strength or intensity or brightness of the radiations. Next one is time period. It is the time taken by the wave for one complete cycle or vibrations. It is denoted by T. It is expressed in seconds per cycle. The next comes electromagnetic radiations. Electromagnetic radiations, it is nothing but it is an arrangement of different types of electromagnetic radiations in the order of their increasing wavelength or decreasing frequency is known as electromagnetic radiations. Now, how to remember these electromagnetic radiations? There is a small trick. Rich man in London use extra gold coin. So rich, that is R stand for radio waves. Man, that is M stand for microwaves. In IN stand for infrared. London, that is light. Light is nothing but visible light. EOS, that is ultraviolet. U stand for ultraviolet. Extra, that is X-rays. Gold, that is Z, gamma rays. And coin, that is cosmic rays. Now, as move from radio waves to cosmic rays, frequency increases. However, wavelength decreases. Again, as move from cosmic rays to radio waves, frequency decreases, wavelength increases. Now, we'll discuss the numericals based on these: velocity, wave number, and wavelength. The wavelength range of the visible spectrum extends from violet, that is 400 nanometer has been given wavelength, to red, that is 750 nanometer wavelength has been given. Express these wavelength in frequencies. What is given? 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. Now, using the equation that is mu is equal to c by lambda. So velocity of light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and wavelength of this violet is 400. So 3.0 into 10 to the power of 8 divided by 400 can give us 7.5 into 10 to the power of 14 hertz. That is frequency, unit is frequency is hertz. Similarly, mu is equal to c by lambda. So velocity is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and wavelength for this red light is 750 nanometer. When you simplify this one, you get 4 into 10 to the power of 14 hertz. The range of visible spectrum is from 4 into 10 to the power of 14 hertz to 7.5 into 10 to the power of 14 hertz. That is in terms of frequency units. The next one, calculate the number and frequency of yellow radiations having the wavelength 5800 angstrom. Now, calculation of wave number, that is nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. What is the value of lambda? Lambda is nothing but 5800 angstrom. So 5800 angstrom, when you convert in terms of hertz, so you'll get nu bar is equal to 1.724. The next calculation of the frequency, that is nu is equal to c by lambda. Velocity of light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and wavelength is 5800. If you simplify this one, that is 3 divided by 5800. So I get 5.17 into 10 to the power of 14 hertz. The next, limitations of electromagnetic wave theory. So electromagnetic wave theory was unsuccessful in explaining the properties of light, such as interference and diffraction. But the theory could not explain the followings. That is, the phenomenon of blackbody radiations could not be explained by this electromagnetic wave theory. It could not explain the photoelectric effect. The theory fails to explain the change of heat capacity of solid as a function of temperature. The theory fails to explain the line spectrum of atoms with a special reference to hydrogen. So these phenomena could be explained only if electromagnetic waves are supposed to have particle nature. The next comes black body radiations. Black body is nothing but an ideal body is expected to be absorbed completely the radiation energy falling on it is known as black body. A black body is not only a perfect absorber but also a perfect emitter of radiation energy or radiant energy. When radiant energy falls on the surface of a body, a part of it is absorbed and part of it is reflected, and the remaining energy is transmitted. The next comes Planck's quantum theory. In order to explain the black body radiations, Max Planck's proposed quantum theory of radiations. The very important postulates of this theory are the energy is emitted or absorbed by a body discontinuously in the form of small packets of energy called quanta. The energy of each quantum of light is directly proportional to the frequency of the radiations. That is, E is directly proportional to the mu. So E is equal to H into mu, where H stands for Planck's constant, whose value is 6.6256 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joules. In the case of light, the quantum of energy is called a photon. The total amount of energy emitted or absorbed by a black body or a body will be whole number of multiple of quantum. So E is equal to n into h into nu, where n is an integer such as 1, 2, 3. This means that a body can emit or absorb energy equal to h nu, 2h nu, 3h nu, so on. The emitted radiant energy is propagated in the form of waves. The next one, photoelectric effect. When radiations with certain minimum frequency strikes the surface of a metal, the electrons are ejected from the surface of the metal. This phenomenon is called photoelectric effect, or you can say emission of an electron when certain minimum frequency strike the surface of the metal is called photoelectric effect. The electrons emitted are called photoelectrons. For such metal, a certain minimum frequency is needed to eject. The electrons are called threshold frequency, which differs for different metals. Or you can say which differs from metal to metal. Theory of atomic spectra. Spectrum is an impression produced on a screen when radiations of particular wavelength are analyzed through a prism or diffraction grating. Spectra are broadly classified into two types, that is emission spectrum and absorption spectrum. So emission spectrum is a one when the radiation emitted from some source such as sun or by passing electric discharge through a gas at low pressure or by heating some substance to high temperature. The emitted radiation is passed directly through the prism and then received on the photographic plate. This spectrum obtained is called emission spectrum. So this emission spectrum of radiation emitted by a substance in its excited state is an emission spectrum. So emission spectrum is of two types, that is continuous spectrum and discontinuous spectrum. Continuous spectrum, when light from any source is passed through a prism, it is observed that it splits into 7 different colors from violet to red, that is picture as shown in the figure. These colors are continuous, that each of them merges into the next, hence the spectrum is called continuous spectrum. It may be noted that on passing through the prism, red color with the longest wavelength is dedicated least, while violet color with the shortest wavelength is deviated the most. Discontinuous spectrum. When gases or vapors of chemical substance are heated in an electric arc or in a Bunsen flame, light is emitted. If the ray of light is passed through a prism, a line spectrum is produced. A discontinuous spectrum consisting of distinct and well-designed lines with dark areas in between is called line spectrum, and it is also called atomic spectrum. The emission spectrum consisting of a series of very closely spaced lines is called band spectrum. Band spectrum is a characteristic of molecules, hence it is also called molecular spectrum. The band spectrum is due to the vibrations and rotations of atoms present in a molecule. Now, the differences between line and band spectrum. Line spectrum has sharp, distinct, well-defined lines, whereas broad spectrum has many closed lines. Line spectrum is a characteristic of atoms and is also called atomic spectrum, and band spectrum is a characteristic of a molecule is called molecular spectrum. Line spectrum is due to the transition of electron in an atom, whereas broad spectrum is due to the vibrations and rotations of the atoms in a molecule. The line spectrum is given by the inert gases, metal vapors, and atomized nonmetals, whereas band spectrum is given by the hot metals and molecular nonmetals. Absorption spectrum. When white light from any source is passed through the solution or the vapors of a chemical substance and is analyzed by the spectroscope, it is observed that some dark lines are obtained. And it is also observed that the dark lines are at the same place where colored lines are obtained in the emission spectra for the same substance. Now, what is the difference between emission spectrum and absorption spectrum? Emission spectrum is obtained when the radiation from the source are directly analyzed in the spectroscope, whereas absorption spectrum is obtained when the white light is passed through the substance and the transmitted light is analyzed in the spectroscope. Emission spectrum consists of bright colored lines separated by dark space, and this absorption spectra consist of dark lines. Emission spectrum can be continuous spectrum. Absorption spectrum is discontinuous spectrum. Emission spectrum of hydrogen. When hydrogen gas at low pressure is taken in the discharge tube, and the light emitted on passing electric discharge is explained with the help of spectroscope. The spectrum obtained is called emission spectrum of hydrogen, which contains or consists of large number of lines, which are grouped into 5 different series: Lyman series, Balmer series, Bastian series, Brackett series, and Pfund series. The wave numbers of all the lines in all the series can be calculated by the Rydberg equation, that is nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to R into Z square, where R stands for Rydberg constant, Z stands for atomic number, into bracket 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square, where N1 and N2 are the whole numbers, and always remember N2 is greater than N1. For one electron species like He plus, Li2 plus, and B3 plus, the value of R is 10,677 per centimeter, and Z is the atomic number of the species. Different series of spectral lines in hydrogen emission spectrum. The name of the series, Lyman series, spectral region is ultraviolet, where N1 value is 1, N2 value is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Balmer series lies in the visible region, and N1 value is 2, N2 value is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Passion series lies in the near infrared region, and the N1 value is 3, N2 value is 4, 5, 6, 7. Bracket series is found in the infrared region, and the N1 value is 4, N2 value is 5, 6, 7. T-fund series, N1 value is 5, N2 value is 6, 7, and is found in the far infrared region. The wave number for any single electron species like He plus, Li2 plus, and B3 plus can be calculated from the equation nu bar is equal to R into Z square into bracket 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Thank you.